Hello my dudes, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about island decoration. More specifically, I'm kind of going to be talking through how I decorate my simple island. Right now we're going to be doing a speed build of an on the rocks date spot sort of thing, but over that I'll be talking about just island decoration and the stuff that I do when I decorate. And most of the stuff that we're going to talk about, like, it can apply to any kind of decorating style, but I'm going to specifically apply it to like my simple island and my simple basic style of decorating. So when I say that I have more of like a simple island, I just mean that I'm not too keen on terraforming or decorating, honestly. I feel like it's definitely not one of my strong suits. I try my best, but it's definitely like a struggle for me. I think the main thing that I've learned just while decorating and while doing YouTube and, I don't know, getting inspiration from other people's islands is I've learned not to compare what I do on my island to anything that anybody else does. And I know that's basically like the most generic advice I could give you, like, oh, don't compare your stuff to other people. But it's so true. I feel like when you start comparing your work to others, it just takes away the joy of like what you're doing. So I feel like once I kind of let go of that and I was just like, I'm gonna decorate for me, as long as I like the spot that I'm decorating or whatever I'm building, like that's really all that matters because it's my island. I'm the one who's gonna look at it every day. So I feel like just actively getting myself out of that comparison mindset really helped. Not only did it make the game more fun again, but it also made my builds just feel and probably look more authentic to me. So I would say if you take away anything from this video, it's just not to compare yourself to other people. Okay, that was more like where my mind is when I'm decorating. Let's talk about the actual physical part of decorating. First, let's talk about custom designs because everyone loves custom designs. I tend to download more neutral designs that can practically be used anywhere on the island. So I have a lot of rocks, flowers, and logs. I use them on the campsite, I use them as paths, I use them as you can see here on the beach. And I feel like repeating the same floor codes kind of gives my island a little bit of like a cohesive piece and just it kind of looks more flowy and like everything kind of fits together. So I really like that. Plus, honestly, it's just really easy because I don't even have to think about what custom designs I'm going to use for what build. Like I don't ever have to actually actively be like, ooh, I wonder what I'm gonna put on the floor here. Like it's always the same rock, log, and flower design. So like we're set. Let's talk a little bit about the type and placement of furniture items. So I know that there's like a limited amount of furniture items in game, but for my island, I do tend to reuse a lot of the same pieces. I use a lot of the log furniture, the iron garden sets, stuff like that. And I feel like that's one of the reasons that my island feels very simple and basic to me, which like isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I should start using more variety in my builds. But I don't know. I stick to what I know. I use the same stuff over and over again, but I am trying to experiment with new items. So in this build, I'm using a fountain, I'm using a bug model, stuff that I don't typically use. So we're branching out. When I'm decorating, I also like to have a lot of walking space. So while I love the look and just like aesthetic of cluttercore, that's not how I decorate. I feel like I can't. It looks too messy when I try it, and then I also just can never navigate the island when I do. So I do have a lot of open space on my builds, but at the same time, I do try to make sure that it doesn't look unfinished or too empty. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I use like a ton of items per build, but I also don't think I necessarily decorate in like a minimalist sort of way. You know, does that make sense? I'm kind of like in the middle, I think. Also, when I'm planting flowers or greenery, I typically just like to scatter them and make them look like they grew naturally rather than I place them there like purposefully, you know? And I feel like that adds to the natural simple vibe too. Also, I time traveled to the evening time so that we can kind of be in like golden hour because I thought this date spot would look really cute with the sunset. So that's why we're kind of like jumping around with time here. So as you can see with this spot that we just made together, I tend to decorate in small spaces. So rather than doing like big massive builds, I take like a small chunk of land and I decorate there. For some reason, I feel like that helps keep things more simple to me. I tend to get really overwhelmed easily while decorating. So keeping it smaller just is really helpful for me. I have in the past tried to do bigger builds. I made a mush forest a few months ago and it looked okay. Like it wasn't bad. I just feel like I got very lost in it and it didn't feel as me as these smaller builds do. So I prefer this way of decorating, I guess. So now that we're done with this date spot, I want to show off a few more little builds and stuff on my island that do err on the more simple side, just so if anybody wants some inspo or just wants to not feel alone with their simple basic island, they can see that here. So I'm just gonna throw in a few clips right now. I'll put some music over it so that you can take a look if you want to. That was really it. I just wanted to talk about and show how I decorate, because we're gonna be flattening this island soon, so I just wanted to kind of have a little video to remember it, to remember our simple little time together. And I also just wanted other people who maybe decorate similarly to feel less alone, because, you know, a lot of people do very elaborate builds and stuff, and that's amazing, and they're super talented, but it's also okay to not do that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your decorating style is. I would love to know. If you're 13 or older and you'd like to join our Discord, the link will be down in the description. And if you'd like to follow my Instagram, it'll be on screen right here, or it's just sianacrossing. I want to get a little sappy for a second. If you are subscribed, I want to thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it more than you know. We're almost at 15K subscribers, which is insane. I never thought we'd get any subscribers, let alone be near 15K. So thank you so much. If you're not already subscribed and you would like to, hit that subscribe button. I would truly really appreciate it. I absolutely love the little community that we've built together. So just thank you so much for being a part of it. I don't know, I'm just really happy, and just, yeah, thank you times a million. Okay, I'll end my little sappy, syrupy thing right there. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye!